Hey everyone, I've been getting a lot of messages lately asking for some guitar lesson videos, how to improve your soloing, how to improvise, how to play more chords, your triads, writing songs. So here's a lesson video on how to improve your improvisation. This technique, both beginner and intermediate advanced, I'll do a version of each, has really helped me progress and see the fretboard as one cohesive unit versus individual positions. So if that interests you, stick around. This first part's for the beginners. I'll move on to intermediate advanced right after. So for the beginners, you have to know your pentatonic scales. I'm assuming you know how to play your major, minor, pentatonic, and that's what we'll be focused on. So in this case, we'll be in the key of A. Let's focus on how to solo on kind of like an A rock bluesy type of vibe, right? That kind of thing. So, beginners, A major pentatonic, F sharp minor pentatonic. All safe notes, great places to explore if you're a beginner. You can just rotate between those, learning how to get more comfortable, trying different combinations, putting on backing track, improvising, soloing to your favorite songs. Mess with it. That's the best way to learn. Just have fun, listen to things. Steal licks you like, you know? That's how you kind of add to your vocabulary. So you can kind of be like, here's an example just using the pentatonics. So it sounds great. It sounds very safe, obviously, but it all sounds good. If you're more intermediate advanced, this is for you. This is a little bit more advanced, and you have to know your modes for this. So I'm talking about, you know, the modes of the major scale, which is Ionian. So you have to know Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, which is the minor scale, Locrian, and then back to major. So in this case, if we're playing an A blues, we're going to be pulling from the bluesy sound, which is the Mixolydian mode. We'll be playing A Mixolydian. Right? That's A Mixolydian. And if you know some basic music theory, you know that the Mixolydian is the fifth mode of the major scale. That means Mixolydian, A Mixolydian, is the fifth mode of some major scale. What is A the fifth of? A is the fifth of D, right? Or if you're looking at the E string, here's D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A is the fifth, right? So that means if you're playing A Mixolydian, you're playing from the key center of D major. So all of the D major modes are going to sound great. D major, E Dorian, F sharp Phrygian, G Lydian, there's your A Mixolydian, which is your home bass typically, right? B Aeolian, which is the minor scale, and then C sharp Locrian back to D major Ionian. So all of those notes, this unlocks the entire fretboard. Instead of just being in this Mixolydian, that sounds great, but now you have all access. So now you know you could play, for example, F sharp Phrygian. Right? Or instead of A Mixolydian, what if you want to play B Aeolian, B minor? Right? So on and so forth. The point is they all come from the key center of D major. If you know your modes and how to find them from your parent scale, which is D major, then you know all of the scales you could fill in. And then your goal is to just have fun. Do exactly what you do in the beginner stage. Improvise using the modes, connect gaps, notice things. Find places to play the same lick in different places, right? So if you're going... right? All over the fretboard. If you can do that in as many positions, and notice, and then over time you'll start to notice where your chord tones are. If you're in that A blues sound, you want to know where your first, your root, your third, your fifth, and your dominant seventh. Right? Across your fretboard. Right? If you could identify those, then when you're soloing, there's my dominant seventh in the Phrygian mode. There it is again, right? Here's my root. Here's my third. Here's my fifth. All across the fretboard. You want to know those so you know where your core chord tones are. That will always sound the strongest over that A blues sound. And this can be applied to any key center. If you're in D major, like if I'm just doing, then I'm just in the key of D major, and you use all the same modes, but you're going to emphasize the D major chord tones instead of the A mixolydian. It's just what you're emphasizing. It's all the same notes, you know? Different feel, I guess, is how I'd put it. So yeah, if you're a beginner, stick with those pentatonics and start exploring those positions. And then there's more positions. I just talked about 2 basic ones. For those intermediate advanced guitarists who know your modes, start exploring not just playing the pentatonics, but actually play the mixolydian mode and all the surrounding modes that are associated with the same parent scale. You know, the same home major scale. In this case, D major. So yeah, I hope that helps for beginners, intermediate, advanced guitarists, even piano players. It's the same concept. Violinists, any instrument really that solos. If you enjoyed, let me know what you want to hear next. Any lesson videos, cover videos, original stuff, my writing process, how to solo more. If you don't know what any of this means, pentatonics or modes, and you want me to explain what they are, why they're important, how to use them, let me know. I love teaching and explaining these kind of things I'm interested in. And yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. I'm just starting to make videos consistently, just getting started, and really want to build a community of music-loving people, good people who are, you know, want to listen to some good original music. I have about 130 songs I've written. I'm just starting to share them with everyone. So thank you so much for those of you who've subscribed. It's been really cool meeting a lot of you and interacting with you guys. So thank you so much, and see you guys next time.